the Too Good to Be True podcast. I am your host, Scott. Yeah, that Hopkins. So we had game the the scoreboard first. Let's start with the first game. The defending champion beat the New York Knicks 132 to 109 at home. They got their banner. during the game, I thought like Drew Holiday guarding um I believe he was guarding Carl Anthony Town, and Carl Anthony Town was struggling. And he's not really at five; he's pretty much at four. So I hope Mitchell Robinson come back. He can play the five. Personal Chua coming back, but like I say, it will take time. Moving on from the next game we had, it was the Lakers versus the Timberwolves, and I will say this: what's my opinion about the Lakers and the Timberwolves? And let's start with the Timberwolves first. So let's start with Anthony Edwards, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Um, I don't think he had minus, but he shot for 10 and 25 in the field goal, 35 and 13 in the 3 point. His partner, well, Julius Randle made his debut. He had 60 points, 9 rebounds, four assists. He was +2, shot for 5 and 10 in the field goal, 1 and 3 in the 3 point. And DiVincenzo started too. He had 10 points, um, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. He was -5. He was 311 field goal, 2 and 8 of the 3 point. So even the rookie, Ron Dillingham, he did not play at all. I don't know why. I don't know why because he's supposed to be debuting. But let me talk about the Timberwolves. I was pretty much disappointed on the Timberwolves because for two reasons. Number one, the chemistry. The chemistry. I know, like I said previous with the Knicks, it will take time. But in this case, they need to figure out how to play with each other. And two, they didn't. I mean, Julius Randle was pretty much, I'm not saying nowhere to find because he contributed. He wasn't even in the play, so he had to create his own shot. And like I said, it would take time. And also for DiVincenzo, shooting for 3 and 11 on field goal, 2 and 8, that's not good enough. But it will take time. But it's pretty much disappointing. Sorry. But like I said, the chemistry will come in. Like it will take time, but I hope the I hope the Timberwolves are gonna figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And let's go. Actually, you know what? Before we talk about the Lakers, look at this. Like I said, when it's not as bad, it's very bad. Look at the field goal. 41% in the field goal, and 31% in the 3 point. So they need to fix that. They really need to fix that. Moving on for the next game, you got no, actually not the next game. Moving on. Let's talk about the Lakers right now. And Anthony Davis came out as a monster. He got 36 point, 16 rebound, 4 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Shot for 11 for 23. Shot for 1 of 3. He was +1. LeBron James, he pretty much got an off night. 16 point, 5 rebound, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, -6. He had 7 to 16 in the field goal, 1 and 4 in the 3 point. But Rio Achimura, he contributed very well. 18 point, 5 rebound, one assist, 2 steals, 1 block, +19, 7 to 14 in the field goal, 1 and 4 in the 3 point. And Austin Reeves have 12 points, 12, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, one steal, 1 block. He was +12. Shot for 6 and 14 in the field goal, 0 and 5 on the 3 point. D'Angelo Russell wasn't that good, but I could he can have an excuse because everybody has contributed. Bronny James, he started his debut. He had he had 0 points, 1 rebound. He was -5, 0 and 2 in the field goal, 0 and 1 in the 3 point, and he played 3 minutes, which is come on, it's not that good. And the Lakers, like I said, they look good. They look good. It would look good. JJ Redick, his debut was pretty good. He was amazing. The Lakers got 44 in the field goal, 16% in the 3 point. That's not good. The 3 point need to be addressed, but a victory is a victory. Now let's talk about Bronny's debut because I've seen a lot of um issue with people who said that um Bronny James doesn't deserve to be in the league. But before we talk about that, can I just give a shout out to the Griffith family? The senior and the junior came to see Bronny and LeBron James because this is the first time we haven't seen a father and son in the NBA playing together. So this is what's the story. There's been a lot of controversy with the Bronny stuff. Not on Bronny's fault, but I think that it was pretty much forced. And I understand that, but before we give my opinion, I want to show you a clip on First Take with Stephen A. Smith because they talked about it, the debut of Bronny James, and there was people chirping in about the Bronny stuff. So I want to share this video, and we're gonna listen to this, and I'll give my opinion on it. So, oh wait, I'll grow on it a little bit, and let's listen in right about. Hold on, now.
Wendy, and Kendrick Perkins are absolutely right, particularly from the LeBron standpoint. LeBron, to me, is the second greatest player in the history of basketball. He deserves this. This is what he wanted. It's what he's always wanted. He deserves this. Wendy was absolutely right about the Lakers being all in on LeBron. And what can you do to soak as much out of him as you possibly can to have him even more inspired? He's a billionaire. He's a four-time champion. He's been to 10 NBA finals. He's a surefire first ballot future Hall of Famer. He's on a Mount Rushmore. And it's very, very important, the point that you pointed out, Wendy, because they are all in. And it's very smart of J.J. Redick. Let's call it what it is. He wouldn't be a head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers if it wasn't for LeBron James, okay? We all know this. And I believe in J.J. Redick. I think he's going to do a great job. I'm never rooting against him. I'm rooting for him. But that's the fact, okay? So we got that out the way. Now we get to Bronny. And Kendrick Perkins, I'm going to say this, and the reason I say this is primarily because of you, because you were one of the people that reminded me of this, which buffers Doggy's point. Bronny James was a McDonald's All-American. There was questions as to whether or not he deserved that. On the collegiate level, his health compromised the level of production he could have given. That was compromised. He ended up getting drafted 55th overall. What's the problem with that? The problem with it is not the draft pick at 54, 55, because you had people interested in going and grabbing him earlier, just out of respect for LeBron James. They didn't grab him earlier. So it's not the problem with him being picked at 55. The problem was the money he got compared to what the 55th pick got the year before that. Knowing that the Lakers were in a compromising position financially, still in all, they got that money for him in a fashion that wasn't going to happen or has never happened for the 55th pick in a draft prior to that. So there's a whole bunch of things that have gone on that have sort of facilitated the situation that happened last night. And anybody who's watching the sport, who knows the sport, who loves LeBron James, who loves the Lakers, but also loves the game of basketball, is going to have a bit of trepidation. I'm here in Los Angeles with the both of y'all. We have all run across people in the streets of LA who are diehard fans of the Lakers. They are a part of Laker Nation. They didn't like this. Some of them didn't like this at all. Now, that crowd last night loved it. We all loved it. I was there. We all loved it when Bronny and LeBron walked into the game together. It was a magnificent moment to see. No question about that. But because so much has happened to facilitate that moment transpiring last night, inevitably is going to invite the level of scrutiny that Doggy has pointed out. Doggy is right on the money in terms of what a lot of people throughout America are feeling. And last night moment, it was a great, great thing to see for LeBron. It was special for LeBron. But from this point forward, it's going to be more about Bronny and what Bronny is, what's he going to be, what he can be, and what happened to facilitate him being in this position. And that's going to invite a whole bunch of scrutiny, so much so that Doggy would look mute compared to the level of scrutiny that's about to come down the pipe in the months to come.
So you heard what Stephen A said, and for that, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's 100% correct because there's a level of scrutiny of Bronny James and LeBron James. Don't forget about him because it's great that LeBron had his moment with his son. We got the kumbaya, and everybody was happy on the court on the crypto.com. Crypto, well, yeah, I'll call it the Staples Center, but crypto.com arena. But there are diehard basketball fans, including there are Laker, actually diehard Laker fan. We're not happy because of the Ron James playing with his son, and that, like I said, it's not that he wasn't drafted 55th pick, the second round. That's not the issue. The issue was about how much he got paid. We got to remember that how much he got paid for a 55th pick, and everything was come around, and Bronny James will have the scrutiny, and I don't think it's not fair for him because the guy, yeah, like I said, we question about if Bronny James deserved to be all McDonald playing an all McDonald basketball team. He had the cardiac arrest. He had a cardiac arrest that prevent him to play in college basketball. Decided to go play in the NBA, get drafted in the NBA, 55th pick. That's a great moment. Kumbaya. He went on the court with his dad for the first time. That's a moment for LeBron. Now after this, people gonna be focusing on Bronny James, and who he's gonna be as a player. Right now, he's gonna play in the G League. So I think he's gonna play in the G League to develop, to be a better player. So that I don't have a problem with it. So I think there's a level of scrutiny around it, but I wish nothing the best for Bronny, and what a historical moment. That's how I'm gonna say about that. Moving on, right now, NFL a little bit. Then we'll come back to the transition to the NBA after this. So moving on, uh, there was a news that happened today that DeAndre Hopkins got traded. Guess which team he got traded? To the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. Do you think it makes them great? Absolutely. Do you think they could repeat? I still believe I said no. And of the team in the AFC are very loaded. Can he contribute? Absolutely. Especially with all the injury in the wide receiver with Juju Smith-Schuster, Hollywood Brown got injured, Rashid Rice got injured. I mean, you can't really. I mean, find looking in the team who's ready to play wide receiver. Patrick Mahomes need another wide receiver. So having DeAndre Hopkins is excellent. Traded for a tight end, like I said, thank God he got traded because with Will Levis and Mason Rudolph throwing at him, it's not good. And in fairness to DeAndre Hopkins, you know how many quarterbacks he had in his career? He had eight, probably eight different uh, uh quarterbacks in his career. And I think he will be a future Hall of Famer. The numbers are there. He's going to be there. He's going to be Hall of Fame material. He's going to be there. Not that he have a quarterback at Patrick Mahomes standard. I think he's going to be like, you know, when Patrick Mahomes is going to throw the ball, and if with such uh, uh, while not throwing to Travis Kelsey, he can use D Hop to mask a little bit the Travis Kelsey. So it will pretty much open up the field for him to catch the ball and make a touchdown. So to me, I was you know what? Just Pistons are pretty much in a rebuild, but we saw the preseason they look good. I will pick Orlando. The Evans cars back on the but he will take time for him. Next game, you got the Bulls versus the Pelicans.
publicly.
He played in 39 games last season. And so, what are you trying to progress past? What is the goal? I would love to know for how many games he is slated to play in this year, what their hope is, because they do want to be a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. Avoid the Boston Celtics in those early rounds here, as we just saw when Shams broke the news of Embiid and George being reacting. That news came out. A lot of people took notice. It was pretty swift according to the odds makers. The Sixers, they were the home favorites, and now they're on the other end of that, heading into play tonight. Janae, last word.
Yeah, Shams, I'm curious because I think also not only prior to.
So you heard what they're talking about Joel Embiid missing up games. And I will say this, um I don't mind the Joel Embiid missing up the opening night and not playing back to back. But when you talking publicly, the NBA will not like it. So I think they have probably every right to do that. But also at the same time, I think let's go back last year. Last year he got injured. And I think it was I think Kendrick Perkins said it best. It was a mistake to play against the New York Knicks. But he played in the Olympics. That's also I got an issue with it. I think a lot of people got an issue with it. So to me, I don't have no problem for that. But if the NBA is gonna do an investigation, they're gonna do it in the right way. So I hope everything goes great and not suspend Joel Embiid. But that's all for tonight. For this podcast, Too Good to Be True. Make sure to follow me on social media. If you want to follow me on social media, on X, formerly Twitter, is at Belly versus PMM. On Instagram is Pascal underscore Mayala underscore 15. Same thing with Threads. If you want to listen to this podcast, you can listen to this podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, or you want to see me visually, you can see on my YouTube channel, Too Good to Be True Podcast with Pascal Mayala. Make sure to like, subscribe, notify, and leave your comment under my video or in the community where I'll give you information, the news, on any sport, basketball, baseball, football, hockey. If you want me to talk other sport, leave me on a comment and share this video with other friends for this on my podcast. And don't forget to subscribe. We need to be more than 100 video, and subscribe more because I want to have more thousand and more subscriber. But that's all for tonight. I'll see you next time.